Hey everybody. So here's a story about my new to me Fendi bag. So this little baby just came to me via a reseller in Japan. It is a Zuka roll tote and it has a pink interior. As you can see, it's pretty full right now. But the pink interior is like, it's super fun. And then the stitching on the rest of it, the contrast stitching, is also pink. I was at, where was I? When I was buying my espadrilles at the Fendi in Beverly Center, the sales associate told me that they are discontinuing the Fendi signature bag. So like this FF print, which by the way does not stand for Fendi, it stands for Fun Fur via Karl Lagerfeld. So that they're not going to be doing these anymore, which I thought was kind of interesting because Gucci seems to be really going hardcore on their GG Gucci'sma monogram, and then of course Louis Vuitton never dies. So I thought it was interesting that they're gonna discontinue this. They're still gonna make the Fendi roll totes, like they make the monster ones with like the little eyes and then the zipper. They also do another one with that's just black. It's really beautiful. It's just black leather and it has the zipper, and then above it has like these different kinds of flowers with I don't want to say rhinestones, but like bigger stones and things like that, like sparkly stuff. And it's gorgeous, but it is bigger than this. And I just kind of carried that with me, like, oh, they're discontinuing the Zucca print, which I have a Fendi chair that I made myself because I was at Mood Fabrics and I bought some Fendi fabric and I made it. I took this super, super old antique chair and I recovered it in Fendi, and it's just it's so fabulous. Like it makes your ass feel good. It's like a Fendi hug on your ass. So I'm kind of partial to Fendi print, and I feel like I get choked up like whenever I think about this, but like Karl Lagerfeld's not getting any older. He's in his 80s. He's gonna kick out on us sometime. So I feel like buy all the Fendi and the Chanel that you can right now, because we're never getting another Karl Lagerfeld. It's not gonna happen. So before I left for Europe, I was running around like buying all the last minute things that I needed for a 2-week trek literally around the world. I went to Sweden, then Germany, then India, then home. So I did an earth lap. I was buying all the things that I needed, and I was in there getting little no-show socks because I wanted to take my espadrilles with me, because it's Europe in the summer. And I didn't want my like toes out on the gross streets of India that have literal shit flowing down either sides of them. So I was in a TJ Maxx across from Beverly Center getting my no-show socks. And this TJ Maxx is good for nothing except their purses. They have bags like nobody's business. I mean, you could walk in there, find Celine, Gucci, Fendi, Proenza Schouler, Alexander McQueen, Chloe. Oh gosh, what else have I seen in there? I mean, they just have fabulous stuff. The rest of whatever they carry is completely inconsequential to their bag section. They had a Gucci Dionysus bag in there when I saw this bag inside there. Like, they had everything. And I was like, ooh, and they also had the black one with the zipper and the flowers above it. So I was like, hey, like I really, really dug the size of this. I can't carry big bags because I have a problem like doing this with my shoulder all the time. So I'm not supposed to carry big, heavy bags anymore. So this is as big for me as it gets. And it's not that big. I would say it's probably between, see, you can't even see it now. It's probably between, I'll stand up like a tiny bit. It's like between a Louis Vuitton Neverfull PM or MM size. It's not it's not tiny like the PM one is, and it's not, mostly full like the medium size is. So I had this like vision of, I also have a Fendi bag charm that has been sitting in here forever because when Steven and I moved in together, he gave it to me like with my keys on it, not knowing that it's not a keychain, it's a bag charm. So I wasn't gonna keep my keys on it because it'll ruin it and it would be silly. So it's been sitting in its Fendi box for 4+ years. So I was like, oh, my Fendi bag charm on a Fendi bag with my little Christian Louboutin card holder. It was like all coming together in my mind. My new Dior cosmetics bag that I showed in another video, and then it could be any of my sunglasses. But right now I have my Tom Ford sunglasses in there, and it's just, I just had these like visions in there. I'm like, you know what? I don't know, maybe the day after I got back, because I'm a crazy person, even though I was very sick from being in India, I was like, I'm gonna go see that bag again. I'm gonna go back to TJ Maxx and I'm gonna look at the Fendi totes again, because if they're gonna get discontinued and that's a brand new one at a good discount, they're normally over $800, and that one was on sale for $600. Granted, the leather one was, oh gosh, my hair. The leather one was a little bit more expensive. I think it was in the neighborhood of $1,200, but that one wasn't for me because it was just too big. So I pull myself together somehow because I was sick from India. The water there is like the water in Mexico. It'll mess you up. And I didn't even drink it. Just from showering in it, I got sick. So I went to what I thought was my faithful TJ Maxx and went in there, and their bag section was decimated. Absolutely, positively decimated. They had 3 small Longchamp Le Pliages, a lime green Provenza Schooler PS1, and that was it. Like, it was literally, like, the racks were literally empty. They had nothing left. I couldn't believe it. I felt so betrayed. And then my Fendi dreams were crushed, because it's not like I could go across the street to Fendi and, like, go see the actual, because they're done. They're not gonna do it anymore. So I was like, oh my gosh, my Fendi dreams. Ugh, they're over. Like, I had this whole vision of all of my things coming together into this perfect bag, and like how it was gonna make my life better and all that jazz. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do without this? So I started looking around on eBay, and initially I didn't find dick in the way of a Fendi roll tote. Like, there was terrible ones that were in, to be honest, like junk condition, still going for $700, and I'm like, there's no way. Like, this is crazy. Or some that were like the perforated canvas, or like special collections and stuff like that, or just a regular canvas that's not coated. And it was, still expensive and not what I wanted. So lo and behold, I kept looking because my dreams were crushed. I was very upset. I kept looking and I found that one, and I was like, gosh, like, this looks really, really good. Like, the liner in it looked fantastic, the bottom looked fantastic, the handles were still in really good shape. Like, supposedly this thing was used. That's what it said. It said it was used and that was in okay condition. And I was like, I can deal with okay condition, that's fine. If it's discontinued, I don't have a choice. So I think they had it listed for about $375, and I wrote them and I was like, hey, would you take something under $300, like $280 or something? And she wrote me back immediately, just like that, which is kind of crazy because the time difference, it's like a 14-hour time difference from Japan. They're like, well, we can't give that steep of a discount, but we can do $335 with the shipping included. And shipping from Asia is like $25 anyway. So I was like, that's close enough. I'll take it. I ordered it on a Saturday morning in the back of an Uber on my way to this producer conference that I go to every year. And I was absolutely obsessed with tracking the shipping every second of the day, even though it wasn't in English. And I was like, gosh, like it's gonna be just like getting anything else from Asia on eBay. It's gonna take forever. I'm gonna be sitting here like pining after this bag, and it's not gonna show up. And I don't know if they sent it on the back of like Pegasus or, you know, Hermes himself delivered it or something. I ordered it on a Saturday and it was to my house in Los Angeles on like a Wednesday. I couldn't believe it. Like it was I couldn't believe how fast, and it cleared customs. I didn't have to pay duty on it because it's not leather, it's canvas. I mean, it was just amazing. And then I open it. Here, where's my thing? It comes in this paper monstrosity with all of the Japanese EMS tags on it. I didn't even open this up. I've been to Tokyo like 8 times. I have no clue where chofu. I don't know where that is. I've been there several times. And the listing didn't say that it came with a dust bag, so I pulled this out and I was like, oh, that's cool. They just gave me like a generic dust bag. They didn't. That is the Fendi dust bag that this bag came with originally. And not only does it have a dust bag, it also has the authenticity card, which is in Italian, English, and also Japanese, with the yellow Fendi envelope that lives in. And then it also came with the original tag from the store. This particular item seems to be from 2011-2012. The roll bag medium Zucca. That's all it says. So I was beyond impressed with this seller. I couldn't believe it. They gave me a deal. Their communication was inhumanly fast. And the fact that they sent me the original dust bag that wasn't even in the listing, apparently on the wings of a unicorn, because this big old thing made it to my house from Tokyo in less than 5 days, which is, to me, is unheard of. So, if you like the Fendi traditional print anything, go get a hold of them, because they're not doing them anymore. I don't know if that's like public knowledge or not, but they're done with these. And the great thing about this bag, as opposed to some of the other totes that are out there, is that it has, here, let me close it. It has a zipper. So you can run all over the place and zip this bag up, which is great because I'm known to run off to the third world or subways in Europe, public transportation, which is wrought with thievery and pickpockets and just straight up muggers. So this works for me, and I got it at a hell of a deal. So that is my Fendi story. If you also like Fendi or Karl Lagerfeld or monogram prints, thumbs up. See you later.